You know, I've been playing Secret Lab for a little bit of time now, and I gotta say, I know my way around things, but one thing I could never figure out was why I see so many NTF players that just suck at the game. I mean, I might literally be partnered with Northwood, but even I have trouble sometimes. And then it also just feels like my teammates have no idea what they're doing half the time. I mean, just look at them. They're just standing there, stupidly. They draw dick butts on walls, run away from every engagement they get themselves into, and they get clapped by every single SCP they see and wonder why that's the case. And then when I'm playing as D-Boy, somehow the NTF are hyper-lethal kill squads with X-ray aim hacks and God mode turned on half the time. So what's the problem? Well, I figured out what the problem is. Sandwiches. See these layers? Each layer represents a different ingredient to the sandwich of knowledge. Each layer adds something new, some more important than others. But without any single piece, the sandwich is incomplete. These things are big. I'm talking your mom big. I'm talking student loan forgiveness big. I'm talking the crippling addiction that I get every time the camera turns off big. See, the part of the sandwich that I discovered was the most important piece is you. Oh, that's right, cowboy, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you what mistakes you're making. Do you see these things? I know you hate them, I do too, but they're your greatest asset in Secret Lab. Your teammates keep you alive in a game, so long as you do the same for them. When you spawn in, find the biggest, chattiest gamer and stick with them. If they've got a mic, that's a big plus. But quite frankly, if old No-Mouth McGee is hitting the fat 360s and constantly doing God's work on the battlefield, stick with them over your other choices. If you get 3 or 4 half-decent NTF that stick together at all times, you'll find your chances of dying get reduced basically to 0. Don't believe me? Well, have you ever played as something like 173 and accidentally found yourself full in a room of NTF? Doesn't go over so well, now does it? Nah, you book it out of there. The last thing you do is try to take them out one by one. What are you, Agent 47? So think of it this way. If that's what you do when you're on the other end of it, what do you think everyone else does? Exactly! And it holds true for mostly every other SCP too. Oh, you have one good flashbang too? Oh man! It's nights out for basically any SCP. Fully shielded 096? Bye-bye. A couple of doggos? Bye-bye. 049 with a bunch of zombies? Okay, well, be careful with that one. But the point is this. Stop drawing dicks and start being a dick. Because every 096 and 173 you take out is another kid who doesn't get to play the fun characters. Oh, is that a gun in your pocket? Or are you just happy to take out some SCPs? When you spawn in, you get either the Crossvec or the E11. Both of these guns are some of the strongest in the game and can dominate in either close or long-range scenarios. So remind those thick-headed teammates of yours to use the shooty end on the bad guys. But you still need to know how to take out those nasty SCPs. You need to know the most effective method to guarantee success in Secret Lab, and to get that epic victory royale. Each SCP has its own unique weak points and strategies to take it down. The first SCP is 173. Matthew, Peanut, Big Boy, Chunky Badonka Donk Farty Boy. He needs no introduction, you know him. So here's how to beat him. You'll want to make sure you're with at least a few other NTF at all times, apes strong together, as mentioned previously. When encountering 173, you'll want to stare directly at him.
Hold up.
And hold down your left mouse button. This is a secret strategy that the devs put into the game. It will actually cause your character to shoot bullets directly at 173, which takes him out. A lot of people think the thing to do is instantly turn away from 173, running away and screaming. I've tested this many times before, and as it turns out, it simply does not work. Nextly, After a few moments, 173 will most likely teleport away from you, unless he's crazy enough to try to kill a room full of NTF. This part of the strategy is advanced, so you'll want to listen carefully, while still maintaining eye contact with him and holding down the left mouse button to shoot him. You'll also want to press the W key. If done correctly, you'll move directly toward him. If you have the finger dexterity to do so, you can also hold down the shift key to move toward him faster. And with that, 173 will fall. Keep in mind that these are advanced tips, so don't get frustrated if at first you don't succeed. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel to get better at the game whenever I drop a new video. But on to the rest of the SCPs. For 939, you're going to want to do basically the same strategy, run and shoot. Sometimes though, doggo players have the IQ of a brick in a rainstorm. I don't know what it is, the class just makes people stupid when they play it. And they'll charge at you even when there's like 50 of you in a room, so you might have to move side to side or backwards to avoid them. For 049, you'll basically want to do the same thing. Just shoot. It kills them. In fact, this strategy basically works for every SCP, even 106 and 096. For 096, he's basically just a speedrun test of how fast you and the boys can hold down left click before he gets to hit you. The only SCP you can't shoot is 079. Well, you can shoot him, but it doesn't do anything. Just press buttons or something and he'll die. In fact, you can press a button and 106 will die. But those are the kind of high IQ plays that are too much even for this guide. So just remember to always have a D-boy slave with you in case you want to throw them in a Tesla gate or magic murder box for whatever reason. And now you know how to play NTF. And hey, if I missed anything, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments down below. And remember, those who stay together, slay together. Right, guys? Guys? Oh, come on!